And we are live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of the Honest Plan podcast. I am your girl, your host, Tiana Hicks, financial educator and the founder of the Honest Plan. My secret sauce is I love to talk and to teach you about how to manage your money and create profitable businesses. And my assignment for this podcast is to be a life vest for my fellow first gens, a place where you can come, suit up, and take off the Superman cape. I am not expecting you to do it all, know it all. This is a place where you can come, plug in, learn, and grow in adulthood, business, and money. And today, y'all, we have a good one. I am so pumped. We've already done the background work. We've talked about mindset. So I want to talk about something that is currently happening right now that we are all dealing with, that we are all like, okay, what in the world is happening? What am I supposed to do? And that's just the crisis and the inflation of everything increasing in price around us. As of right now, gas prices are like $4.20 in North Carolina. $4.20, and just last week or 2 weeks ago, I filled up for like $3.20 something. So I was completely taken back by how expensive things are and how expensive they are getting in such a short amount of time. And so I'm like, if I am noticing this and I am experiencing this like hit my budget, I know I'm not the only one. I know there are people out there that are like, okay, I am trying to learn how to budget already. Like, I'm trying to learn how to stick to this. I'm trying to learn how to make my money last more than just a week. I'm trying to stretch it for the whole 2 weeks. But I am having such a hard time doing that with every time I master one piece, now there's something new. So now gas prices are just insane. They're through the roof. Normally it costs me $30 to fill my tank, but now it's getting closer to $45, $50. Tiana, what do I do? How do I manage my money during a crisis? So let's talk about it. So the first thing that I want us to just take a second and realize is that this is something that is completely out of your control. So do not allow what's happening around you to now put you in a place where you're like, okay, so this is why I can't manage my money. This is why I can never budget, because this is something that is totally out of your control. But let's put a plan together. Let's think through what are some things that I can do to lessen the blow, which one of them could be identifying other ways that you can make money. You guys, right now, we have already dealt with a 2-year-long pandemic. That should have been all the indication, all the warning that we needed to see that one income is just never enough. 2 needs to be the minimum. So when you're thinking about, okay, what are the ways that I'm making money? You should always at least have 2. 1 is just too close to none, and it's detrimental to your wealth. So if you are just relying on your 9 to 5 to get by, your 9 to 5 to cover everything, you're putting yourself in a really sticky situation. And let's think through some ways that we can overcome that. So you may be listening and you're like, okay, Tiana, I have 1 income. You're telling me that I need to. How in the world do I even get to? Where do I start to look? How do I know where to go from here? So some things that I want you to just ask yourself is, 1, is there something that you are currently doing or currently sleeping on that could be generating additional streams of income for you? This could be something as small as like your organization skills. Maybe everyone always talks to you about how you're so organized, your calendar is always up to date, you're always on time for things, like you always are the person that people go to keep track of notes for meetings and things like that. Okay, that is something that you can really profit on. So just figuring out what are some things that I am currently doing or that I'm great at that can be making me more money outside of my 9 to 5. So no, I am not telling you to create a business that is a direct competitor to your 9 to 5, but there are some soft skills or something that you're currently doing in your job that would either one, put you in a position to be able to transfer these skills into a higher paying role, or two, use those same skills to now develop your own side hustle, your own business for you to make additional streams of income. And you guys, the secret sauce to this part is if you go the route where, okay, I found something that I'm really great at and I do want to pursue this a little further. I just want to figure out what are some things that I can do that I can use the same skill in order to generate some extra income for myself. I want you to also be mindful of the expenses that you are taking on. Right now, we are talking about how in the world can I manage living and budgeting during a crisis. We are trying to increase our income. We are not trying to increase our income and increase the expenses at the same rate. No, we want to make the gap between our income and our expenses as great as possible, as large as possible, so that we do have this wiggle room to do other things. So whether that is reaching a financial goal, being able to put gas in your car, food on your table, things like that, whatever it is that you're working towards, whatever is the reason why you're like, okay, no, my current income just is not enough. Let's make sure that the expenses that you take on with creating this new business will not put you in a hole. So making sure that your overhead is low. There are so many free resources out here that you can take advantage of when you're first starting out. You do not need to start off with the fanciest camera. Like let's say you want to monetize YouTube or you want to do your own podcast. You do not have to start off with the fanciest camera, the fanciest mic, the, $2,000 graphic designer for a website that you have not even tested, like the language. You haven't even made sure that like people actually need this and things like that. So just making sure, start small. Start small. We know that it's not going to look the best. That is fine. Done is better than perfect. So put that in your head. Done is better than perfect. I am starting this business to create additional streams of income for me, to make the gap between my income and my expenses larger, so I do not have to take on all of these new projects or all of this these new expenses in order to accomplish this goal. You guys, I know when I first started my business, I used MailChimp, free 99, Google Drive, like to keep my stuff organized, again, free 99. I created a Google Voice number. There are just so many different resources that you can take advantage of right now that do not cost you a thing, but can put you in a position to start to make more money. Actually, inside of the Paycheck to Pocket Club, I have a training on this, as well as a list of all different resources that you can use that are either free or very low cost for you to start your business and start to make money. So definitely check that out. You can do so by visiting www.thehonestplan.com/club. The second thing that I want you to do, and honestly, this can either go first or second. So the order that you do it in, I don't think really matters, but I'm just listing some things that we should be doing right now when we're trying to figure out how to manage our money during such an uncertain time. So I want you to figure out, how much money do I even need? How much money am I missing to be able to do more than just sustain me? We were not put on this earth just to pay bills and barely make ends meet. No, I want to thrive. I want to be my best self. I do not want to be looking over my shoulder all the time, waiting for the next emergency to happen, like hoping and praying that nothing else increases so that I can do more things. So I want you to calculate, how much money do you actually need to be like comfortable? And this is different from like creating like a dream budget. I just want you to calculate what does comfortable look like for you? So maybe it's, I want to be able to save a certain amount, tithe a certain amount, Of course, pay your bills, have money for your variable expenses. So variable expenses are things like your personal allowance, groceries, gas, food, toiletries, things like that. How much money would you like to set aside for small savings goals or sinking funds, as well as any debt payments that you would like to make? So write all of that down. So write the expense on one side and then how much it would cost you on another side. I want you to total all of that up at the bottom. So write total, maybe $2,000. Then I want you to go back to the top and then write what is your current income. So let's say, okay, I've totaled up exactly how much it would take me to just live a comfortable life. However, my income is about $1,500 a month. So now I know that the gap that I'm missing is $500. So now I have a better understanding when I'm going to create a business or I'm going to look for a higher paying job. I know the exact amount that I'm missing in order to get myself closer to my goals. I'm not just throwing darts into thin air. I know the exact amount that I need to be charging people. I know the exact number of clients that I need to be bringing in. I know the exact salary that I need to either negotiate or accept so that I can live a life that is more comfortable for me. So budgeting does not feel like such a scary, daunting task, because a lot of the times the problem isn't that we don't know how to manage our money. Sometimes we just don't make enough to be comfortable. So what is that amount that you need in order to be comfortable? So if you even need to just pause this podcast for a second because I'm throwing so much at you, if you need to just pause, total up all of that, calculate how much you're missing, and then come back to it. And let me just preface this by saying, I know that landing a new job and creating a business is easier said than done, but there are a lot of things that we can start to do right now to get ourselves closer to that goal. So some things could be like reviewing your resume, optimizing your LinkedIn page, plugging into different networking events, mastering the skill in the art of negotiation. You might find yourself in a position where you are having to negotiate your salary or negotiate a rate with a client. So mastering that before it even takes place. So basically, you know that saying that says, stay ready so you don't have to get ready? This is what you can be doing. Let's stay ready. These are some things that you can be doing right now to make sure that when your job application lands in the right hands, or when someone comes across your services and you're speaking their language and you're pinpointing their pain points and they're like, okay, yeah, I need to be working with Tiana. Let me reach out to Tiana, hire her. I already have everything set up. I already am ready to go. I can take on this client, make my money, hit the ground running. So get ready so you don't, oh, no. What is it? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I promise y'all, I know it. Don't revoke my black card. I know the stuff. So while we are working towards landing a higher paying job or creating a business, I'm sure you're like, okay, Tiana, I still need to know, what do I do today though? Like, I understand this is what I need to work towards. It might take me a month. It might take me 4 months. However, what do I need to be doing today to make sure that I can still sustain myself? So while things are increasing, but your income is staying the same, this might be a time for you to review the expenses that you currently have. Do you currently have like subscriptions that have been piling up that you haven't thought anything about because they're inexpensive, but you haven't used them in quite some time? So that could be Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus. Like, we have tens and thousands. There's just so many subscriptions that are low price. So we never even think about it. Like, it just comes out of our account automatically. It's an automatic withdrawal. And we're just used to having it. Maybe we've had it for 2 or 3 years now and just never even questioned it. No, this is the time that I need you to go to your go into your bank statements, print out the last 2 months, and I need you to figure out, where is your money going? Is there an area of opportunity for you to decrease your expenses somehow? Like I said in the beginning, you guys, it is going to be so important during this time to either increase our income or decrease our expenses, or do both. That's an option as well. So while we are waiting on things to, align perfectly for us, for our income to increase, we can be looking at how can we decrease our expenses, because it doesn't matter if and I'm sorry for those that are watching or listening to the audio, but I'm trying to show using my hands kind of where my brain is going with this. So it doesn't matter if your income is increasing and your expenses are staying the same, or if your expenses are decreasing and your income is staying the same. So if you can see, or if you can visualize, the gap is increasing no matter which way you go. The gap is increasing no matter which way you go. So whether you are going up, meaning income is going up, or expenses are going down, you still have that gap, which is what we're looking for. We're looking for that gap in between the two. Not only can you be canceling subscriptions during this time, you can also use this time to negotiate or revisit any of your bills. I actually just did this myself. I have had the same car insurance for the last 5 years, so I haven't thought anything about it. But I've noticed that after each 6-month period, my car insurance has been inching up, inching up, inching up, inching up. And I've been a loyal customer. So I actually got on the phone, called them, tried to see if there was anything that they could do. They actually worked something out with me where they were able to decrease my car insurance payment by $30. So I was like, okay, great. Yep. Enroll me in that, or, whatever benefits that you're saying that I qualify for in order to get the $30 off, go ahead and apply that to my bill. But I didn't stop there. I was like, okay, so she was able to knock it down $30. So that means something is going on where there's an opportunity for my car insurance to be lower. So I actually got on the phone and I called a new company to just price shop, to just compare the benefits, to compare the coverage and the cost. So before the discount, before the $30, I was paying $170. They quoted me $170 for my current insurance that I had. So then once she put the $40 off, the $30 coupon, then it dropped down to $142. I got on the phone, called a new car insurance company, and you guys, she quoted me $82 for the same exact coverage that I already have. And this company is just as popular. It's not a hole in the wall or a new company. It's a well-known car insurance brand. I was like, wait. You mean to tell me the last 6 years, I have just been paying my car insurance, not asking any questions, not even noticing that the price is increasing after each 6-month period, to the point where I could have been saving almost $100 a month if I would have just got on the phone, price shop, asked questions, and figured out what other opportunities there are for me to be saving money. Oh yeah. I can't even tell you how fast I got on the phone, canceled my current insurance and enrolled in the new one. Oh no, what? when gas prices and everything is increasing around me, yeah, I'm definitely about to save that, what, 90 something dollars? Yes, sign me up. So I share that for you to just use this as like a moment to like think, okay, wait, when's the last time I actually questioned a bill? Do I just set it and forget it? I just have everything on auto pay. I've been such a loyal customer. So I just think that they are treating me right, or they are giving me, the most bang for my buck. No, do not think that these companies are going to be loyal to you just because you've been there for years and years and years. And I actually just tweeted this last week. And you guys, I don't know if this is a thing, but I might be becoming like a Twitter influencer. Am I a Twitter influencer? I don't know. That's why you can't do anything with people, child, because I had 2 posts in the last 2 weeks to like circulate on Twitter, because normally, you get on Twitter and you're just talking to yourself. Like, I'm just so used to just talking to myself on Twitter. But the last couple of days when I post stuff, they've been, gaining some traction. So I'm like, okay, girl, look at me. But the post that I'm talking about, I was saying that this is not the year to be loyal to a company in hopes of a 2% raise. So there I was talking about a raise in your salary, but that can even go towards, this is not the year to be loyal to a company and overpay in fees. So it can go both ways. I'm not going to sit here and be loyal to you and not get paid what I'm worth. And I'm also not going to sit here and be loyal to you and you overcharge me when I can go to the next man and it's much cheaper. So let's do that. This year, we are looking after ourselves. We are making sure that we are taken care of, our families are taken care of, and we're doing more than just making ends meet. We want to live a life that is that is comfortable for us. I don't want to just sustain. I don't want to just slide by, be barely making it. Like, oh gosh, whoo, I'm so glad I was able to pay my mortgage this month. I have an extra $5 to cover. Like, and I don't want to say this and like seem ungrateful, because that's a blessing. And to be able to pay your mortgage and pay your rent and have a roof over your head and transportation to get you from here to there, that no doubt is a blessing. I'm just wanting us to think bigger and not have that be the goal. The goal is not to barely make it. The goal is to be comfortable. So if that's something that like kind of makes you feel a little tight hearing me say that, then you may want to go back to episode 2 and let's talk about the money mindset. Let's talk about money mindset. Let's talk about having money be a tool for us. We are in this space to make our money work for us. I don't work for my money. So that's why I feel comfortable saying getting by is not the goal. Living a life that is comfortable is my goal. Living life that is comfortable is my goal. Living a life where if I don't feel up to it today, I have enough to last me, a day, 2 day, like 2 days. I don't have to worry about, oh, if I don't show up today, that's going to put a major dent in my income. I want to have options. That's why we work. That's why we make money, to have options, not just to pay bills. The last thing that you can do is to look into different gigs. You guys, do not sleep on the gig economy. I know some people feel like they are so much better than like Instacart or Amazon Flex or, selling things on Poshmark, but people make some really good, consistent money from doing those things. Like I've had multiple clients that have been able to save up 1 month's worth of expenses, fully fund their emergency account, pay off lots of debt by leveraging gigs. So this is even easier. This is also like a side hustle, but it's a little easier than like, creating your own business, because this is a business that's already been created. You're just getting on their platform and actually doing the work. So this is an exchange of time, like you're exchanging your time for money. But you guys, just think of it as something that is temporary. Use this as a tool in your toolbox to get you closer to where you want to go. And this is something that I even do myself. I tell people all the time about Instacart and how much it's been able to change my clients' lives. So do not sleep on these things. So with this, I told you that it's an exchange of time and money. So not only do you need to be considering, how am I managing my money? How am I budgeting my money? But also, how am I managing my time? Because I have to have time to do the gigs. I have to have time to actually, dedicate 3 hours every couple of days so that I can make money. You guys, with this, it's going to be crucial that you master the art of managing time. And there's an art to a lot of these different apps. So I know, like for Instacart, there's a way that you have to like go about it in order to make the most money. So if you're on the Instacart app and you are just accepting everything that comes to your phone in hopes to make more money, you're going to find out that you're actually spending more time and you're making less money. It needs to be the opposite. We need to spend less time and make more money. So what does that look like? That's going to look like you having standards in place. Like, okay, in order for me to accept an order, it needs to hit this, this, and this. And it's a lot to get into, but I do have a training on, I have so many trainings, you guys, what? But I have a training on this inside the Paycheck to Pocket Club, where I was teaching my clients 3 ways to earn an additional $1,000 a month. And I dissect the gig economy and how you can master the art of managing time in order to make more money, because that is going to be crucial. If you're accepting everything that's coming to you, you're not going to make as much as you could be. You're going to have less time and less money. We don't want you to do that. So I feel like I gave you guys a lot of homework during this episode, and I really want the podcast to be digestible. I don't want, to throw all these things at you and make you feel like, gosh, I'm even more overwhelmed. I don't even know where to start. Tiana told me all of these things that I need to be doing, but what's the first thing? So I just want to stop there. I hope you feel encouraged. I hope you're like, okay, even if you only got one thing out of this episode, which is I'm not about to be loyal to a company and let them play with my money and let them play with my time. So let's just stop there. Let's just stop there. I am not going to be loyal to a company and let them play with my money and let them play with my time. So thank you guys so much for plugging into this episode. Hope you got exactly what you need. If you have any takeaways, please share them with me. Share them with me on Instagram at The Honest Plan. That's TheHonestPlan. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.